It is settled then.
Thank you for arranging everything.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her.
I'm sorry.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly I know only the full truth could bring closure to you.
I'm sorry. On the matter regarding...
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe...
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times he had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family. So when Mr. Cap, he tried to be...
They found out...
Papa didn't...
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only... I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always... Even if he...
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good...
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man.
Yeah, Papa was...
Then you should hold on to that, regardless of whether he left...
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told...
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think so? That's the first...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House.
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminds... After my partner here... Can you do me a favor?
After that, my first reaction, but when I got...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, but according to the... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a...
At least from the gun he was...
Yeah, that make... But hold on. He didn't even... Did he lose all...
I'll tell you everything.
I understand. And if I made many people, but it was Mr. No matter what...
Don't worry. You and all... Hey, Thierry! It's...
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, where I... Callus to defend, it would be next to him. And...
yes. What happened at the opera...
if you want to go...
That'd be much...
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, so... if you
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make removing a so I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in this...
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Mark. Sure.
Navia, hello.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young.
Oh, it's all... I just wanted to talk...
Yes,
Oh!
that's right. I also witnessed to beat the Hydro...
Oh, I'm...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel...
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance...
Oh, you're giving...
Alas. But rest assured now, if anyone dare...
Thank you, Uncle. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
The contrary, then I heard the sound of a...
Oh, it's okay.
Sounds good. All my wealth comes...
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on...
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right!
According to Jacques... If I...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn... Makes sense. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been It's obvious.
Do you think he knew?
Given everything... But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? But... Espina...
So you're saying...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find...
Uncle Marcel, and with funds from the... Still, also... Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing...
The suspect is... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and spec...
Yes. We need far more...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been look...
Huh?
Yeah,
Wasn't that place...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What?
Yeah!
Well,
Wait, how?
that's what I thought was strange about it. So, if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our plans.
Right. Because they'll think they've already...
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder than to...
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just since this is a you're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be...
We'll help you!
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get...
We heard. It's our hope.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Araneus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malou... Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the... Your Navia's probably...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never... However, I did hear that people who have been charged, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorinde, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the way. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat.
No. That's not...
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial...
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with the key but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with...
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here...
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredible... And if the charge fails...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so... I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just...
Very well. In that...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years... Only through elucidating what really happened...
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on. Why would I do that? If that's enough to make...
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that...
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clorinde in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, in truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot, and after that, the true culprit turned the... Thank you for the summary. However, we should... testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the... Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. This assassin first shot Jacques, then... But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
So that's what happened.
Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's...
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the...
But I think I agree with everything Navia...
Then, may I ask some question? 1. Do you have...
I'm afraid not.
Boo! If you don't...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look, we should be able to... Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as... Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved...
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however...
Boss wants to...
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect... Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? Spina di Rosula, but by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to... And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house...
So, you mean to say, your
That's right.
Do you have any...
Of course. All you need is to... I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clorinde, you should tell us the...
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was...
Yes, as a champion duelist, I've fought many battles, and taken a countless number of dishonor in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to... I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Calus never intended...
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearance.
Right? What she said was fat.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Calus. As a result, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because the culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even I'm used to it, though.
No need to
I won't try to... On top of that, does a person have to be physically... I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little? But if I were to just... Do you know what the...
I suppose you're gonna...
It's timing. I'm a businessman by... In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was... But the
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This...
No, it's not...
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable...
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things.
This isn't just about me. And it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost many people's images, are... And whose... Is it a man? Oh.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Illusion shattered!
Fire! Well, with the... Let's light it up! I'm going in! Hey there! Watch out!
Torn to oblivion!
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. the water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Off we go! Everybody stand back! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love!
Insolent!
Coming at ya!
Shine down!
Watch out!
Now the path is clear! Let's go!
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Now ye shall perish! Illusion shattered!
After all that, though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia! Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! If you dilute it with Norm, Paimon will take notes on this. Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to... This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have... The old dogs he can act when I concur. Let's sense... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... What? Huh? You mean the girls... And then... They were... And all the boxes of things. They snake... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain... Mixing in prod... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some kind... Experiment numbers... The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that... Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. Ah, you mean Vacher is the one who did all of these... So that's it? No, that's not it either. If that's the case, in any case... We've looked at almost everything... Yeah, we haven't found anything that revealed... No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able that way, even if we bring all this back to the... Sure thing. You take that... Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vacher's... Then... Aw... It's just a no... So many! The final name she decided... Marcel! Wait, but... Marcel...
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh.
I'm merely surprised you'd...
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect... But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair. We already know everything. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all...
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performance, and with that...
This information regarding your past... Well, Marcel... You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed, so you never noticed how he changed, or...
You also never understood, bosses.
Or our determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if...
Do you think... Pay attention to you. What for? Have you ever paid attention? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no... Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the Vignere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together, wherever she goes. But I'm not from this blasted place.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Do you all see? I did all of that. I spent my entire life living on...
The suspect is exhibiting...
Don't touch me! Vignere, please!
At this point, the verdict...
Fine by me.
Traveler, please submit... The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his... During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued after exchanging blows, although the assassination and just recently. However, his attempt thus conclude. The Oratrice will now deliver. According to the judgment of the guilty.
Guards! Take the
Good. It's what he deserved.
With that...
We really just...
Yippee! He's heard so many... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yeah. See, Papa?
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have... Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated...
Oh, come on. Is this...
Please respect the laws of Fontaine.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle.
Through evidence presented in the guilty party, we now turned... According to the guilty...
What?
Hey! What's with this...
Huh?
I mean...
But weren't the charges about the seer...
The judgment of the guards...
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey,
Apologies. This is all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know what...
What does Lady Verena mean by that?
She says she has no idea either?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called
My dearest citizen, don't tell me.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, if you thought child had nothing to do with it, everything all shall... Now, having said that, although...
So she chose to make her escape after all, did you?
So you're saying...
She probably just put on that. However, please be assured...
All right. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff.
Torn to oblivion!
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing?
Stop resisting!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. I erased all records of that name.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? The Fountain of Lucine? Then, please give me a
What? Given it?
This request.
Of course! Wait.
Humans. Very well.
Your Honor.
I will go with him.
Thank you.
Take them. I have no need. The mortal plane, a fleeting dream.
stumbled upon lab supplies. Then
What is the situation?
Everybody stand back! Attack! That's the way. Watch out! Hey there! Hey there!
Shine down! Under all silence. Hey there! Coming at ya! we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Adventure time!
Illusion shattered! But a momentary distraction. Shine down!
That was
detached from the world.
Embrace the ice! A worthy opponent! Yeah! Take flight! Yeah! Ha! Hey there! Hey there!
A hunter becomes...
Oh, what a stroke of good luck! Guerrilla warfare, I guess.
The mortal plane. A fleeting dream.
Suffocate! Suffocate!
Guerrilla warfare, I guess.
Free! Picked the wrong test subject.
Everybody stand back! Huh? Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
The hunter becomes the hunter. Picked the wrong test subject.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya!
Done.
Ready to rumble.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Everybody stand back!
Up to it, Manzai! I gotta run.
Done.
The campaign begins.
Whoa! What a stroke of good luck!
Let's light it up! Detached from
Feeling lucky?